Best Smart Thermostats 2020. Today we'll be taking a look at the best smart thermostats you can buy in 2020. And as usual, we have the links to all the smart thermostats mentioned in this video in the description below. And be sure to subscribe for new content and drop a like below. Now let's get straight to the video. Number 5. Drayton Wiser Thermostat. Without packing in too many extra bells and whistles, the Drayton Wiser Thermostat system offers one of the best smart thermostat options in 2020. Intelligent control of temperatures from your phone and separate radiator valves. That means you can customize the heat in each room at will, and the app gives you a choice of preset modes to pick from if you don't want to spend too long configuring everything. Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant support is included here as well. While it doesn't have the same kind of brand recognition as something like a Nest or a Tato, the Wiser systems do a lot of the same jobs for a very appealing price and are definitely worth considering. We especially like the way you can start off small with radiator thermostats and then add more as needed. You get a level of control and fine-tuning that not all the devices on this list can match. There are little things that hint at where the experience isn't quite as slick as the likes of Nest or Tato. For example, geofencing is done through IFTTT rather than directly, making it more complicated to set up. However, for those who want both the smart features and multi-zonal control for a lower price, it's a really good option. Number 4. Hive Heating Control. Hive is developed by British Gas, but you don't have to be a British Gas customer to use it. This excellent system is fitted by a qualified engineer and includes a boiler receiver, an internet router hub, and a wall-mounted thermostat, which may not be quite as handsome as the Nest, but which is still easy on the eye. It's undoubtedly one of the best smartphone thermostats out there. Perhaps more importantly, the whole system is ridiculously easy to use. Whether you're operating the console itself or using the accompanying apps for iOS or Android, you can change the temperature or thermostat schedule from anywhere. Automatically set the heating to turn off when you leave the house, then have it automatically turn back on again when you come home. This works via location tracking in the app, and it's the same for all the members of the household. If they're all happy installing the app, it means the rest of your family won't suddenly be plunged into freezing temperatures just because you've popped to the shops, which is obviously something you want to avoid. The system is expandable too. Hive has released a range of compatible products, including sensors and plugs, so all your devices will talk to each other. You have the option of paying outright or via subscription, which gives you ongoing user support too. As an added bonus, you get support for Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant with Hive too. So it really earns its place on our list of the best smart thermostats of 2020. Number 3. Nest Learning Thermostat. Nest takes Apple-like care to its product design. It was founded by ex-Apple employees, and it's definitely one of the better-looking smart thermostats out there. In fact, the Nest is largely responsible for kickstarting this whole smart home category. The third-generation Nest Learning Thermostat is able to monitor your habits and control the heating accordingly. So for instance, if you regularly go to bed at 11 p.m. or so, the system learns from that and starts turning the system off around that time. Before long, you're saving money, and you don't even have to touch the Nest. Another smart feature the Nest brings to the party is an onboard activity sensor that can take an educated guess as to whether anyone is at home or not, and then adjust the heat accordingly. If you want to take more manual control over when the heating starts and stops, then the Nest is easy to schedule using the accompanying app. That circular glass interface is beautiful to behold and so incredibly simple to use. All you require is an opposite thumb and a forefinger. While the Nest Learning Thermostat comes with everything you need to fit it, we'd say you're better off having an engineer do it. With the Nest Thermostat E delivering essentially the same performance and functionality, but for a much cheaper price point, potential buyers should evaluate just how much they desire the more premium aesthetic though. Still hands down one of the best smart thermostats right now. Number 2. Tato Smart Thermostat. The Tato Smart Thermostat connects to a wider range of heating systems than most, working with 95% of the systems out there apparently. It supports combi and conventional boilers, electric underfloor setups and hot water systems. As with most of our best smart thermostats, installation is best done by a qualified engineer. The Tato Smart Thermostat is clever enough to learn the layout of your home and the heat capacity of your house. So if you want it to be 18 degrees at 7 a.m., it'll fire up in advance if needed to hit the target. Arguably the real amazing feature is Tato's use of geofencing though. By tracking the proximity of your mobile, when it detects you're on the way home, it can turn up the heat so it's toasty on your return. The app is programmable like a normal thermostat and can be manually overridden when required. It also displays all kinds of information about your energy use, although the key money-saving stats are dependent on your input. Tato also works with Alexa, Google Assistant and Siri, which adds to its credentials as one of the best smart thermostats of 2020. There are other extras to consider, including an extension kit if your current system has no wide room thermostat. Tato now does a range of smart radiator valves too, that can be used with or without the thermostat, adding to its claim to be one of the best smart thermostats out there. Number 1. Nest Thermostat E. The simple way to describe the Thermostat E is a cheaper Nest. The screen isn't as bright or clear, the thermostat itself is made from cheaper materials, and you can't get as much information up on screen. Apart from that though, the two thermostats are pretty much the same, and that feels like a perfectly good trade-off to us, given that the core functions are what we're interested in. If you want the more premium feel, go for the fancier Nest model further down, but we think most people will be very happy with this one. Nest's well-known learning algorithm works behind the scenes with the Thermostat E, learning your eating habits over time and in theory saving you some time setting the temperature manually. With temperature sensors dotted around the home, you can keep track of multiple spaces at once too. As you would expect, everything works perfectly with Google Assistant if you want to set your home's temperature by talking to a Google Home speaker, but there's Amazon Alexa compatibility here too. The notable exceptions in terms of compatibility are the HomeKit platform from Apple and the SmartThings platform from Samsung. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you click the subscribe button below.